Well, it's just me going solo this week for Turnbuckle Talk. It is me, Chris Best, doing the hosting duties. OMD is nowhere to be found. Carl is off doing his shoot job. So this week it is only me doing the show. And you know what? This is the first time I'm doing it, but it may not be the last time. I enjoy doing this show. So yeah, let's get right into it. There's quite a few stories that I've got lined up here, so let's get right to it here. So Finn Balor has gone ahead and signed a 5-year deal back in April, or signed a contract in April. However, recently he has recently revealed that he has signed for another 5 years. He was on the What's the Story podcast to discuss that extension. He signed. He goes, we sat down and had a couple of conversations, and the feelings were mutual. I wanted to stay. They wanted me to stay. We hashed it out, and I couldn't be any happier, Finn Balor said. And you know what? I don't blame him. I'm happy to see him within the WWE too. I really want to see him, taking on some other runs. Like right now, we've got him as one half of the tag team champions alongside JD McDonough as a member of Judgment Day. But I do eventually would like to see him step up to the plate and maybe challenge Damian Priest at some point for the title. There's a lot of things I would love to see Finn Balor do. I want to see him win a Royal Rumble. I would love to see him become heavyweight champion. Does he become heavyweight champion within the next year? Maybe, maybe not. But to see him enter that upper echelon one more time would be just awesome. I do see some potential dream matches I would like to see him do. Like right now on NXT in the ring right now, we've got the NXT heavyweight champion Ethan Page standing in the ring. Wouldn't mind seeing them two, him and Finn Balor, go at it. I wouldn't mind seeing Finn and Seth Rollins one more time. I think would be a fun match as well. Lots of things that Finn can do over the next 5 years. Finn talking about, even in this interview, he says he wants a match with Gunther, and that would be just awesome as well. He was actually talking about wanting a match with Gunther when he revealed the news. He goes, I have expressed the opinion to the office that I would love to get into a match with Gunther in the future. So fingers crossed. I've got 5 years on my deal. That's how he revealed it. So if we can get it done in the next 5 years, then get it done. I say get it done too, man. I mean, this is going to be the stuff that Finn Balor can do with Gunther. Just blows my mind. Blows my mind what that man can do, or what can be done in that matchup there. So this Balor's already been a part of the WWE for 10 years. So this current deal will bring him to 15 years within the WWE. Totally looking forward to it. It doesn't even feel like 10 years that Finn's actually been around, if you really think about it. I mean, yeah, but good on Finn. 5-year deal with the WWE. Very happy for him. Yeah, I'd like to move on to the next story. We're going to talk about a wrestling departure. We're going to go from contract being signed, an extension being signed, to someone departing the company. That is WWE NXT star Damon Kemp has taken to social media to announce that he is no longer a part of the WWE. He's no longer under contract to them. He put out on Twitter today that as of today, I am no longer under contract with WWE, but he is forever grateful for the people he has met and the experience he's had. If you want to book him, he does give out his email in the tweet. He was notably a member of the No Quarter Catch Crew faction in NXT alongside Charlie Dempsey and Miles Bourne, and recent addition Tavion Heights. Bobby Stats coming in. How are you doing tonight, Bobby? Just sitting here talking the wrestling news all by my lonesome right now. No Carl, no OMD this week. Talking about the brother of Gable Steveson, Damon Kemp, talking about his departure with the WWE. Gable Steveson was released just a few months ago, and I kind of got this feeling that Damon Kemp wouldn't be far behind, and I know Damon Kemp is actually a far better worker than Gable Steveson is, at least in my personal opinion, he was. He signed with the WWE back in 2021 in the same class as Bodie Hayward, Malik Blade, Tiffany Stratton was in that class. Brooks Jensen, Solo Sikoa was also in that class. His name often came up as someone who was praised behind the scenes as having a lot of potential to be a star, especially with how well he picked up pro wrestling compared to his brother, who was said to have struggled adapting from amateur wrestling. Bobby Stats coming in and saying that he'd be interested to see if Damon Kemp goes to GCW or wrestles on Bloodsport like Shayna Baszler and Charlie Dempsey. I would be intrigued as well. I don't know where you put Damon Kemp, though, afterwards. Like, does he sign with a TNA? Does he go to AEW? I just don't know right now. But I think I would be interested in seeing him in Bloodsport, just as Shayna Baszler and Charlie Dempsey have recently done, and are going to be doing, actually. Yeah, but this is, you know what? I got to say all the best to Damon Kemp for everything that he's done in the WWE, for everything that he's going to do. I hope he continues on with the in-ring stuff, because let's face it, he was a fantastic talent. He did work a lot better than his brother did. I will give him that. Very interested to see just how far he goes in pro wrestling. But I'm just looking at this class that he's in, that he went to the Performance Center with. I mean, Tiffany Stratton, Brooks Jensen, Solo Sikoa, people who are doing something right now in the Fed right now. People who have got something going on as far as storyline goes. But yeah, he's departed the WWE. Doesn't say exactly what he's got planned. He does have a booking email address there. Damon Kemp Management at gmail.com. If you are a booker, then you pick him up. And we got Bobby Stats coming in saying maybe Court Bauer could book Damon Kemp and MLW. You know what, though? I think MLW would be a good fit for Damon Kemp. I really do. That's not a bad idea at all, Bobby Stats. I think he would be. I'm just trying to think of a match. If him and D.H. Smith had a match, I'd be all for that. I really would. Also wouldn't be too opposed to him going to TNA and working Hammerstone. There's a bunch of guys out there that Damon Kemp would be suited for. I do think that maybe he does go around. Maybe he sticks to the independent scene and builds up his seasoning in that way, and then possibly finds his way back to the WWE within 3, maybe 4 years, we'll say. I'm really interested. Yeah. I do really think I mean the world's his oyster as a pro wrestler. I mean, you come out of NXT and you're going to have other companies that are going to want to sign you. Tony Khan's going to want to talk to you. Court Bauer will want to talk to you. Even the guys at TNA. But go with what makes you guys happy. If you're a pro wrestler, do what makes sense for you. Yeah. So on another piece of signing news here, as soon as I pull up this article here, we've got a new announcer making his way to the WWE. Give me one moment here. Yeah, so the PW Torch is reporting that the WWE has hired a new play-by-play voice for SmackDown. That being one, Mr. Joe Tessitore. I might have butchered that last name, but you know what? But Joe Tessitore will be taking over as the play-by-play voice of WWE SmackDown, with Corey Graves and Wade Barrett remaining on the broadcast team. As analyst, I don't want no three-man booth at all. Tessitore is 52. Most recently called college football and boxing matches. He is also an announcer on the Holy Moly, a reality tongue-in-cheek comedy competition series on ABC, which also streams over on Hulu. PW Torch has been told that Tessitore is a longtime friend of Lee Fitting, WWE's new head of media and production. Bobby Stats, I'm with you. I like a two-person commentary as well. Whether it's a world title fight that's got the globe buzzing, or a college football rivalry that's grabbed the nation's attention, Joe's voice provides that big event feel each time he is behind the microphone. WWE's CEO Triple H had come out and said in a press release that was issued to the PW Torch, "We're excited for Joe to join the legendary WWE broadcaster Michael Cole and our esteemed announce team, bringing his signature energy and meticulous preparation to our WWE telecasts each week." WWE has had a rough record when it comes to signing play-by-play announcers, though. I mean, look at what they when they tried to get Adnan Virk, when they tried to sign Jimmy Smith, and then the Mike Adamle thing. I mean, it's a little bit. I don't know, man. I really don't know. Mike Adamle, he as we all know, he botched a lot of things. Jimmy Smith kind of struggled a little bit, but eventually he did get to learn the product. And Adnan Virk, just much as I like him as an announcer up here in Canada, he just did not fit in. He just did not fit in the WWE, I found. But this Tessitore guy, I mean, there is a long list of stuff that he has done on his resume. I am going to take a wait and see approach on him. I'm not holding out too much hope because, again, I'm not a fan of the three-man commentary booth. Always been a fan of two-man. But you know what? At the same time, I've got to give Joe my blessing and just say, welcome to the WWE. I hope you are successful at what you do. But we'll take a wait and see approach on this signing here. He's come out and said it's an honor to be a part of the WWE. The recent success and trajectory of the WWE has been undeniable, being that WrestleMania 41 could feel it from Cody, Seth, Roman, and The Rock to creative and production. These are some of the best storytellers in TV. Corey and Wade are absolute stars, and it is my privilege to join their team. Pat and Cole are magical together, and Cole is the greatest to ever sit in that chair. As a lifelong viewer, I'm humbled to join this team and to serve our fans. So Tessitore coming in as a wrestling fan, I mean, I guess I got some respect on that. So I'm hoping that he does know the product and everything like that. Yeah, this is I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued. but there's a lot of trepidation because of just WWE's track record with announcers is not the best. Just put it at that, you know. All right, but what do you say, guys? I'm going to play just a couple of commercials for you guys to let you guys know exactly what we've got going on right here at Turnbuckle Talk.
Promotional consideration paid for by the following.
Wrestling, a love and a passion we all share. I've started a wrestling brand, the wrestling brand. A brand founded on the aspects of wrestling. Two entities working together to create a product that connect emotionally for people everywhere. Collar and Elbow is the brand. Passion and love for wrestling is the drive. I am Al Snow, and this is Collar and Elbow, the wrestling brand.
The official Turnbuckle Studios shop is open. Official merchandise from all the favorite shows, plus merchandise you can only find here. Stuff from Turnbuckle Studios. Carl Carafel unboxes. The Boar's Nest with Bubba Duke. Miscellaneous products that you can only find here. Beats and Beatdowns, and Turnbuckle Talk. Find all this merchandise exclusively at carlcarafel.redbubble.com.
All right, and we've got some more news stories here to cover right now. A certain pro wrestling icon will have a memoir released about his career this coming winter. Of course, I am talking about the man, the myth, the legend, the man that we've been saying needs to be in the Hall of Fame. And no, it's not Aldo Montoya. Barry Horowitz will have has a memoir coming out. The book will be entitled "Wrestling Is My Gimmick: My Life on the Wrong Side of the Three Count." And it's going to be published by McFarland Publishing. Full details are right here. Right here. I'm going to read it off here. For someone whose career spanned nearly four decades, Barry Horowitz might have the lowest winning percentage in pro wrestling history. But there's a reason why his name reached household levels among fans of the sport. Wrestlers who put on a deliberate losing performance in brackets known as jobbers, provides starting points for the game's top names. And Horowitz was always there to help every new generation of talent rise to the next level. He took all the moves. He made them all look good. He absorbed every pin and submission, and he came back to do it for someone else. From the local federations in Florida to years in the World Wrestling Federation, Horowitz helped launch the careers of wrestlers from Ric Flair to the Ultimate Warrior to Kane to Bill Goldberg to everyone in between. This book This book presents the life and career of Barry Horowitz, from his life outside of the ring to his storied career in professional wrestling's most unsung role. This biography hopes to shed light on why Horowitz was so committed to an industry who sometimes failed to return the favor. From Horowitz comes a tale of defining one's own success and doing the best for the toughest of businesses, and about becoming a cornerstone in a part of pro wrestling that's commonly underrated, but an integral part of the trade. Barry David Horowitz's professional wrestling career spanned nearly 4 decades and is best known for his time in the World Wrestling Federation. And wow. Okay, like I'm already I know I stumbled my words a couple of times in reading that, but wow. I am I've been saying this for years, guys. I've been saying this for years that I want to hear stories from these lower card guys, and Barry Horowitz was a lower card dude. I mean, yeah, we all have fond memories of him, but to know that Barry Horowitz has got a book coming out makes me so much more excited, because of the fact that I do want to hear those stories from the lower card dudes. I really would love to hear Barry's take on his match with Chris Candido, his feud with Chris Candido, his feud with Hakushi that he had afterwards. Just that whole meteoric rise that he had in '95 is something that I'm actually really intrigued about. I want to hear how that came about. I want to hear about his time in WCW as well, because not a lot of people seem to remember that after the WWF, after he left the Fed, he went to WCW and was treated once again as a jobber there. But Barry, man, I'm glad. I'm so jacked about this book. Very excited. So looking forward to reading this book. Tell me, guys, fans out there in the audience, what do you guys think of this? Barry Horowitz coming out with his own book here totally intrigues me here. Oh, right now I'm just getting some breaking news here across my desk here. According to one SRS of Fightful, Shane Haste has re-signed with New Japan Pro Wrestling. Haste had been with the WWE for a few years. He had a brief run as Slapjack of Retribution before he was released in 2021. Haste then began working with New Japan since 2022. He's united with Mikey Nichols, and the duo recently won the IWGP Tag Team titles and the Strong Openweight Tag Team titles. Haste has also made a few appearances on AEW programming as part of the company's working relationship with AEW. Haste's contract has been set to expire in June, but the two sides did reach an agreement. So once again, Shane Haste sticking with New Japan. Perfect place for him. I talk about wrestlers going out and get that seasoning. Shane Haste was one of those dudes I felt like needed that seasoning. When they called him up as Slapjack in WWE, I felt like it was way too soon. But I'm very excited that he's staying with New Japan. I'm very excited to see where this goes right now for him. I mean, he's doing some fantastic stuff over there right now. Of course, being the IWGP Tag Team Champion and the Strong Openweight Tag Team Champion. It seems to me that New Japan's got a lot of faith in Shane Haste. So I'm very excited, very happy. Congratulations, Shane Haste. But yeah, no, Bobby Stad's coming in and saying awesome that Shane Haste has signed with New Japan. Very happy about that. Yes, I am indeed. Yeah, just I can't believe that. Yeah, I'm lagging out here just a minute here, so just give me 1 second. trying to get up my last story, but it's not clicking. Okay, there it is. Okay, so today's, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be taking you right now. We're going to be taking you over to our Showstopper segment.
On his feet. Oh, my God in heaven.
And of course, that Showstopper segment is going to be surrounding one John Cena. From all of us here at Turnbuckle Studios, we got the news on Saturday that John Cena is looking to hang it up. John Cena is looking to hang it up in 2025. He's got a set date. He's got 40 dates. I think it said 40 dates on his deal. But John Cena looking to retire in 2025 at Money in the Bank this past weekend. That's when he announced he will be retiring. And I want to take this time right now to share some of our fond memories of John Cena. One of them for me, and I'm pretty sure this would be one of Carl's fond memories as well, but it would be from the first SummerSlam that Carl and I went to. And he was in the middle of a feud with Booker T, a best of 5. Yeah, it was a best of 5 series over the United States champion. Yeah, it was a feud with Booker T over the United States title, best of 5 series. We got to see match 1. And honestly, prior to that, Carl and I had never seen like these best of 5, best of 7 matches. We thought it was going to be like all 5 matches in one show. That's literally what our thought was going into that match. And then we find out, no, it's only the one match. We're not getting like the finish of the best of 5 series till 2005. I can't remember when it ended. But no, John Cena did end up walking away with the U.S. title during that feud. Now, the next time I got to see John Cena was 2 years later, Unforgiven 2006. On that show, he had he was in the main angle. He was in the middle of a big feud with Edge over the WWE Championship, and it ended in Toronto in Edge's favorite match, a TLC match. It ended after John Cena. The both of them were on top of the ladder. Edge was making a run for the championship. Cena had come up, caught Edge, gave him an FU through the tables that were stacked below him, and that was, oh god, that looked impressive. So where the tables were positioned, right by the commentator's table, I was about 5 rows behind. So seeing John Cena get Edge up like that, it looked awesome from my vantage point. It looked great on TV as well. But John Cena walked away with the WWE title that night. The fans, holy Christ, it felt like the fans were going to riot coming out of that show. Yeah, it totally felt like the fans were going to riot. John Cena was booed out of the building. Could not hear my brother next to me, could not hear my friend who came with me to the show. But it was just, that whole night actually at Unforgiven 06 was just insane. And to have John Cena actually walk out of enemy territory with a championship, that was just, that took some guts by WWE to book that. Yeah, that took some real guts by WWE to book that. Another fond memory I have actually come. John Cena and Randy Orton were in the main event. They were taking on Sheamus and Ted DiBiase. Randy was in the process of turning babyface. They were about to go into a feud with Legacy. And I remember the tease. Like I don't remember the finish to the match, but I feel like John Cena may have gotten the win. I can't remember. But yeah, John Cena, Randy Orton came out with the win, and they did the whole tease, shake my hand kind of thing, because Orton was still on TV playing a heel. But in the end, he did end up shaking Cena's hand and thus turning Orton babyface in that moment. Bobby Stad's coming in saying that he loves the John Cena Open Challenge. And I do too, actually. The John Cena Open Challenge was one of my favorite things that he had done. This was, of course, when he had his run with the United States title. And it was his way of getting some of the younger talents at the time over. He ended up getting guys like Sami Zayn over. He had the thing with Kevin Owens as well. But yeah, I'll never forget that match with Sami Zayn. Sami, who dislocated his shoulder prior to going into the ring, still wrestled that whole match. Still amazes me. Just amazes me. But no, yeah, that whole thing with the John Cena, the U.S. title, and the Open Challenge was just John Cena's way of giving back to the wrestling industry, as it were, just helping get those younger guys over. And that's kind of what I want to see him do on this retirement tour. Help him get some of these matches in with some of these younger guys. Help Carmelo Hayes get over. Have a match with Trick Williams. Put on a match with Solo to get him over. Although I'm pretty sure we already had a Cena solo match. I can't remember. Yeah, just come in, give these guys that WWE is looking to push, and just give them matches with John Cena, just to help build that stardom, you know. And you could still do, like, on this tour, you could still do some of Cena's greatest feuds. I mean, you could do CM Punk, you could do Randy Orton. I wish you could do Edge, but right now we've got Adam Copeland over in AEW. Trying to think now. I even Cody and John Cena would be fine as well. I'd love to see that. Even John and Roman, if we do get that. Hell, if we're gonna put people over, why not? I'm looking at him in the ring right now, but Lexus King, why not have him go down to NXT and help maybe have some NXT matches, help some of these younger guys get over. Just spitballing some ideas here. I mean, there's 40 matches or 40 dates that have been announced. Not 40 matches, 40 dates, because some of those dates may not be a match. It may just be him coming onto Raw to cut a promo. But yeah, I do think you need to end it off by giving the win to somebody. Maybe at WrestleMania. Maybe it happens at SummerSlam. I don't know. But yeah, I'm totally excited about this. I'm trying to remember some of my biggest memories of John Cena. I mean, my biggest memories are, of course, the ones where I got to see him live compete. And to be fair, to anyone who's never watched a John Cena match live, the energy that the crowd gives off, whether Cena was hated or loved, is just on a whole other level. Because at Unforgiven, at SummerSlam 04, John Cena was incredibly loved. He was incredibly over. Everybody was cheering him and booing Booker T. Booker T having just turned heel at that time. But then we go to Unforgiven 06, where John Cena is at the top of his game at this point. So he's the guy. But so is Edge. Edge was the guy for us in Canada. So John Cena, of course, gets booed out of the building. He was getting booed quite a bit, actually. Bobby Stats, yeah, John Cena and Braun Breaker. Wade Barrett and Zack Ryder. If Wade Barrett can get back in the ring, I don't think he's quite cleared. Plus, there is the rumor that Zack Ryder may be coming back to the WWE as well. But yeah, I mean, I'll never forget just the heat that John Cena got. And then again in 2010 at the house show, John Cena gets cheered like you wouldn't believe. It was around that time for me, actually, that I started turning around and liking John Cena, because I started noticing that the things that he's been doing outside of the WWE ring, and that's where we're going to get to next with John Cena. His work with the Make-A-Wish Foundation, unbelievable. Unbelievable. Just how often John Cena would be in the news because he did something with the Make-A-Wish. You know what? When I found out that he was doing that, I gained a whole new degree of respect for John Cena. And through that degree of respect, I began to respect him as a competitor. And I think maybe it was closer to that 1 hour match John Cena had with Shawn Michaels, where I didn't even realize that they wrestled 1 hour when the match ended. And I'm like, wow, that was a fantastic match. Easily, if I were Meltzer, I'd be ranking that a 5-star match, but I wouldn't be going anywhere near the Young Bucks. Just put it at that. But no, I mean, John Cena's put on a fantastic 23 years. And with these 40 dates coming up, I'm intrigued. I'm very intrigued because he made an announcement for the Royal Rumble. But I'm wondering if he's going to be taking on a match, or if he's going to be in the Royal Rumble match. Because if you can put him in just a singles match, and it would still sell tickets. But you could also put him in a Royal Rumble match, and the tickets would still sell. So I'm very interested to see what this build is for John Cena. Very intrigued. Very intrigued. And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, I know that this was an early show, but it's only me talking here. I'd like to thank everybody who came into the chat here. Yeah, I'm just going to hand out my socials where you can find me, youtube.com at CBRS Entertainment, twitch.tv, CBRS_entertainment, threads.net at CBestFilms83, facebook.com, Chris.best83, tiktok.com, CBRS.entertainment, and I'm going to showcase where you can find all of our programming. Thank you, Bobby Stats. Bobby Stats coming in saying I did great. So once again, here is our calendar. And on behalf of everyone here at Turnbuckle Studios, and in the immortal words of Carl Carafel, the world's a scary place. Take care of each other.